What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Exact IT Solutions YouTube channel, where we educate you on cybersecurity and what you might be able to do to protect yourself. So today's video, we're going to jump right into it. Twitch got hacked a day after Facebook went down, or 2 days after Facebook went down. Now we have a big Amazon company, Twitch. If you're not a gamer, if you don't know what Twitch is, it's like YouTube for video gamers. It's where video gamers stream their games and things like that, and there's a lot of money being made by these gamers. So we're going to talk about what happened, why they did this, and what these gamers need to do to protect themselves. So let's jump into content for today. All right, guys. Hackers breach Amazon Twitch. Amazon Twitch is obviously, as I mentioned, a video gamers streaming site where gamers can stream their video games for people to watch. It's a very popular site among gamers. If you were to ask me, more people, stream their video games to Twitch than they do to services like YouTube. And hackers decided to breach Amazon's Twitch, which is a pretty big deal. Amazon's a pretty big company, and a lot of people think that, like, hey, I'm with Amazon, I'm safe, because they do cybersecurity really well. And as I talk about that all the time, that's really a bad idea to put your faith in these companies doing security for you. I've mentioned it with Microsoft Azure and other things and other services that are similar, where I hear all the time from people that they think they're safe because they're with these services and that their security is being taken care of. And that's not it's not their fault, because these companies promote that. They promote that you don't have to worry about infrastructure and security. But at the end of the day, there's only, when you're talking about like going to an Amazon AWS or a Google Cloud or Microsoft Azure, there's a piece of security that they take care of for sure, like physical security. So like, if you had a server in your building, you would ultimately want to make sure that nobody can get in that building and come in and steal that server. And, you want to secure it. And if you're going to do things properly, you're probably going to have like badged access, maybe manned desks where people can't get past certain points to get to your critical assets. Those cloud services take away those worries. Like, you don't have to have a security guard sitting at your office 24/7 guarding your servers and stuff like that. But there's other things on the security side that you need to do on your own when you put these services up in places like Amazon. And here we go with Amazon Twitch. Amazon bought Twitch many years ago, and now they are exposing future product plans. But they are also going through this process, and this is really what I want to talk about, is they really get into this whole, we want to foster more disruption and competition, because a lot of the gamers feel like Twitch favors certain gamers over others. And these gamers make money based on who watches their content and all these different analytics that go into it. But there are people who have built careers and have built massive incomes using Twitch. You can make a lot of money if you become a popular gamer on Twitch. And I guess people feel like, Twitch favors certain people over others, and it's not an equal playing field. I don't know how true that is. I'm not really a Twitch user. But I can tell you, like, if I just look at Facebook, if I just look at Google, and their SEO practices and their PPC practices, that's pay-per-click, Facebook with their ad and their algorithm, you can definitely see, if you study this enough, some strange things happening with their algorithms, where certain things and certain, accounts get promoted, or you see them more than you see other accounts. If on Facebook, you'll see accounts that you're not even connected with, or that you're not connected with a certain person or a certain page, and you might see their comments a lot on other people's posts and stuff like that. And that's what I'm talking about. You notice these little things every once in a while that occur where you're like, like, why did I see that person? I don't even know them. I'm not connected to them. and moving into this Twitch issue, Twitch, everything's exposed now. They got the whole database, which is pretty amazing, and they put the information out on a 4chan site, and it's I believe 125. I forget if it was 125 terabytes. It's got to be 125 terabytes or 125 gigabytes. So in the data breach, in the post. So and they're giving things like all kinds of information away about users, about future plans for the company and the service. But the bigger thing, like I said, is that they really did this to create that level playing field. And the interesting thing is like it's almost like a vigilante type of act where they're trying to kind of level the playing field for everybody else because they feel like it's unfair for a small percentage of Twitch users. And I just come to think, like, I mentioned these other sites, like, is this a new move for cyber criminals, a new move for hackers? Will they go after, companies like Google and Facebook, when they wield a lot of power, just because they have such a large audience that they have captive to their sites? Are hackers really going to try to attack these companies and do it in the name of making things more fair for everyone, and giving everyone an opportunity to make more money? Is it that, or is it, do we have a bunch of cyber criminals out there that are just jealous and angry, and this is kind of a way to slap back? So I'd love to hear from you guys if you think that this attack will do anything for Twitch users, making it an even playing field. Do you agree with these cyber criminals that Twitch is a platform that favors a certain few and everybody else is kind of left to just watch, and it's a chosen few who are going to make money on that platform? And other social media platforms, Google, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, Snapchat, do you think certain influencers are getting better or bigger play, and there's an uneven playing field here, and these companies are behind the scenes manipulating? And then the last question I want to hear from you guys on is, do you think these cyber criminals are going to continue to do acts like this? Quite frankly, when cyber criminals hit on something, they tend to repeat, across other platforms and do things similar in other places. Do you think this is something we're going to see in the future, where these companies have to deal with hackers, getting to their data, dumping it online, putting it out there, and really exposing how the company does things, so all the users see, like, hey, this really isn't fair, or they are trying to really pump this one user up, and for whatever reason, and it just doesn't seem fair, because I think a lot of people go into these sites thinking they have a fair chance, and it's more democratic than other things. And I think people are going to find out that that's not the case, that there are accounts and people that are favored versus others. So I'd love to hear from you guys on this, but this is a big deal, guys. This is Amazon. This is a big company, should have really good security. Something like this, with this kind of data, this sensitive data, and this amount of data, should not be happening. And then you just have ridiculous amounts of data out there that, source code for Twitch, which means that this could lead to hacks against Twitch, backdoors, ways for people to send links and send malicious content through Twitch to end users that cause them to get things like ransomware, or have their accounts taken over. I see a lot of bad things that could come out of this when somebody has a source code that networks basically computers together through this chat platform. And if you can compromise the software and you can use the software, similar to, like, think about Kaseya, right? Remember when Kaseya was hit in July, and that was able to easily deploy ransomware to a lot of different companies, a lot of different people. A similar thing could happen here. It would be the same thing if, like, Microsoft Teams or Discord or any of those services like that got hacked because the Twitch operates kind of similar to Discord and YouTube. So it's kind of like merge those two together, and that's what's going on Twitch. So I want to hear from you guys. What do you think? What do you think's going on over at Twitch? What do you think is going to happen? But one thing, if you are a Twitch user and you haven't changed your password yet, please leave this video and go change your password. It's very important that you change your Twitch password today, because your password probably is in the hands of criminal hackers, and it's only a matter of time before they get through all these accounts and try to take them over and log into them and what have you. So if you're a Twitch user and you want to protect your account, I highly recommend you hop over to their website, change your password today, and then hopefully you don't get caught with some issue with this down the road. And just change your password to something unique and random. Don't just change one letter or one character in a password that you use all the time. So that's my advice to you. Love to hear from you guys. Twitch hacked. We'll update you once we know more. Have a good one.